The detention center on Korvath Station hummed with the quiet menace of a place designed to break spirits. Dr. Kellen Rowe walked between two armed guards, his wrists bound in energy cuffs that pulsed with each step. Blood still stained his medical scrubs, not his own, but that of the Korvathi soldiers he'd tried to save during the bombardment. They called it treason. He called it his oath. "You humans," the lead guard hissed, his mandibles clicking in disgust. "You think your mercy makes you noble. It makes you weak." Kellen said nothing. He'd learned long ago that arguing with captors was pointless. The Korvathi Dominion didn't understand the concept of treating enemy wounded. To them, compassion was a tactical error. They stopped before a reinforced cell at the end of the corridor. The guard's antennae twitched nervously as he input the access code. "We're putting you somewhere. Fitting," the guard said, his translator struggling with what might have been dark amusement. "Perhaps you'll learn what real predators think of your precious mercy." The door hissed open, revealing a cell larger than the others. Kellen's eyes adjusted to the dim light and his breath caught. In the corner, chained to the wall with restraints that would hold a tank, was Ravthar. Every soldier in the sector knew that name. The Wolf General. 3 meters of muscle fur and barely contained violence. His species, the Velkari, had been conquered by the Dominion 50 years ago. Their warriors turned into living weapons. Ravthar was their finest and most dangerous creation. The creature's eyes glowed amber in the darkness, tracking Kellen's every movement as the guards shoved him inside. The door sealed with a finality that made Kellen's stomach drop. For a long moment, neither moved. Ravthar's muzzle was scarred, one ear torn, his gray fur matted with old blood. The chains that held him were scored with claw marks, evidence of countless escape attempts. His breathing was labored, each exhale a low growl that resonated in Kellen's chest. "They think you'll kill me," Kellen said quietly, sitting down against the opposite wall. His hands were still bound, but he made no move to seem threatening. Ravthar's lips pulled back, revealing teeth designed to crush starship hulls. "They are not wrong, human. Maybe." Kellen studied the creature's posture, the way he favored his left side, the slight tremor in his right foreleg. "But you're hurt. 3rd and 4th ribs, I'd guess. Probably cracked when they recaptured you. And that's an infected wound on your shoulder." The growl deepened. "You think to heal me? To make me grateful?" "I think you're in pain," Kellen replied. "And I'm a medic. It's what I do. I have killed thousands of your kind." "I know." Kellen's voice was steady. "I've read the reports. The siege of Helios Prime, the Delta Station massacre. You're very good at what they made you do." Something flickered in those amber eyes, a flash of something that might have been recognition or regret, gone as quickly as it appeared. "They made you," Kellen continued. "The Korvathi. They conquered your world, took your cubs, conditioned you until killing was the only language you knew. I've treated Velkari refugees. I know what they did to your people. You know nothing." But the words lacked conviction. Kellen slowly rose to his feet. "I'm going to come closer. I'm not armed, not that I could hurt you if I wanted to. But that wound is going septic, and if it's not treated, you'll be dead in 3 days. Perhaps that would be mercy. Perhaps." Kellen took a careful step forward. "But I don't get to make that choice for you. I just fix what's broken." Ravthar watched as the human approached, every instinct screaming to tear him apart. It would be easy. One swipe. The Dominion would reward him, or more likely punish him for destroying their entertainment. Either way, the human would be silent, but the human's scent was wrong. No fear. Medics always reeked of fear when they approached him. This one smelled of exhaustion, antiseptic, and something else. Determination. "Your hands are bound," Ravthar observed. "Yes." "Then how?" Kellen held up his wrists, and Ravthar saw the energy cuffs flicker. The human had been steadily overloading them by pressing them against each other at precise intervals. They sparked once, twice, then failed with a small pop. "Combat medic," Kellen explained, rubbing his wrists. "First lesson, always have an exit strategy." Despite himself, Ravthar's ears perked forward. "Clever for prey. We're all prey to someone." Kellen knelt beside him, examining the wound with practiced efficiency. "This is bad. They've been starving you too. When was your last meal?" 6 days. Kellen's jaw tightened. "Bastards." He tore strips from his own shirt, creating makeshift bandages. His touch was gentle but confident, avoiding the worst of the pain. "Why?" Ravthar asked. The question that had haunted him since the human entered. Why what? Why heal your enemies? Why show mercy to those who showed you none? Kellen met those amber eyes. Because someone has to remember we're more than what they made us. You were made to be a weapon. I was trained to be a healer, but we both chose what to do with that every single day. I chose nothing. I am what they made me. No. Kellen's voice was firm. You're what you choose to be in this moment. Right now you could kill me. You could prove them all right, or you could choose something different. For the first time in decades, Ravthar felt something other than rage or emptiness. It was small, fragile, dangerous even. It felt like hope. They will come for us, Ravthar said, when they realize you have freed yourself. I know. Kellen finished bandaging the wound. But we have time. And I have a plan. Ravthar's laugh was a rough bark. A plan. The human has a plan. Combat medic, Kellen reminded him with a slight smile. We're very good at improvising. The wolf general looked at his chains, then at the human who had shown him more dignity in 10 minutes than the Dominion had in 50 years. Then I suppose, Ravthar said slowly, you will need these removed. He gestured to his restraints with his muzzle. Kellen's smile widened. I was hoping you'd say that. Outside the cell, the guards would later report hearing sounds of a struggle. They would find the door sealed from the inside, the surveillance disabled by someone who knew exactly where to strike the panel. By the time they breached the cell, it was empty except for broken chains and a message scratched into the wall in 2 languages. Mercy is not weakness. It is the strongest weapon of all. Dr. Kellen Rowe and Ravthar, the Wolf General, were never seen on Korvath Station again. But across the galaxy, stories began to spread of a human medic and a Velkari warrior who fought not for conquest, but for freedom, and who reminded the universe that even in the darkest places, compassion could still light the way home.